Guys, tell your friends to join us. Hopefully this is not our last game. This is game number 3, Stork versus Jaedong. A fight to get to the last spot in the Final Four. The winner faces off against Flash. All right, in the upper left, he needs to turn this entire series around. Stork. And in the bottom left, in the red, Jaedong. Wow. So I'm guessing Jaedong will go for another quick spawning pool.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You see the even the hall that gets into the studio.
Yeah.
Just completely full. You actually have to push people out of the way to get through it. I tried. Man. Very exciting stuff, though. Like, this is just what a time to be alive. I want to go over this real quick with you, right?
Please.
So here we are in 2017, and the biggest things right now that basically in esports are Brood War, a game that's about 20 years old, and a bunch of people playing Nintendo games as fast as they can.
That's right.
And all this does to me is prove that my childhood was better than all the kids today, okay? No one's going to give a crap about the games that are being made currently. And that's a fact, okay? Yeah. There's like 400 games released a year right now. No one cares, okay? It's these old games that people like to play fast because they're so fun and classic. And this game, you know, like the fact that this is back and getting over 100,000 concurrent viewers each night.
Yeah, total with all the different languages.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I guess.
God, our childhoods were good, Tasteless.
They were definitely better than yours, person watching.
Yeah. Well, unless you're our age, and then kudos to you, bro. You were born at the right time. But these poor kids right now, they're like 16 and stuff. I'm like, there's really nothing memorable going on for you as far as fun. It's like, oh, what? You got the 7th iteration of Pokemon? Good for you. We had number 1.
We were there on the ground floor, guys.
Yeah. God.
Well,
and thus ends the my childhood's better than yours rant.
Yes. So this game looks like it should be going towards the direction of a normal PvZ. I believe we have a gateway. Yeah, gateway coming up here. For Stork, he's going to do a Zealot pressure. And we actually didn't have pool first here for Jaedong. For the first time now, he's going hatchery.
Oh, all right. Well, does have his Zerglings popping out right now. And so hopefully we'll get into a more normal game here. That's really what I'm wanting to see, is it actually get into macro. I want to see that.
Yeah.
What did you call it? A hair?
Pardon?
A hair? There's a hair that you've heard about that can be made, and
a layer.
Oh, a
layer.
Layer.
Yeah. Or a liar. I'm not sure how to say it.
Which race has that? Is that a Protoss building?
I think it's a Terran building. That's why I wasn't sure if we're going to see it here.
See, there isn't a Terran in this game, though.
Oh, okay.
So that's a problem, right?
Hold up.
Okay, good.
He's going to go for the block.
Right here.
Yeah. Oh, it's not tight.
Oh, I didn't think that was tight. I was like, if that holds, I just don't even know anymore. But anyways, he's done a lot of damage to those Zerglings, but Jaedong is the type of player that can keep these alive until you flank them with, like, you know, Dragoons or something. You got to get a Reaver out to get rid of these Zerglings.
Yeah, the Zerg will keep this alive for a long time. It forces the Protoss to multitask a lot. Obviously, the Zerg is keeping his hands busy, too, trying to keep these Lings alive. But it allows you to scout as well. And if you can interrupt any mining, especially when you consider that you start out with such few workers in Brood War, unlike StarCraft 2, interrupting a couple probes mining is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they bring back 8 minerals at a time as well. So.
That's right.
Definitely a big deal. Now, nice wall in there by Stork. Nothing else is going to get in. He's going to be able to be completely safe. A few more Zerglings are being made. Of course, Jaedong has to be careful if Stork were to attack. He needs to have a standing army that can hold that off.
So far, this is a really standard game from both of these guys. He is taking that third base. This is what PvZ, if you had to, have a StarCraft textbook, this is what it's basically supposed to look like in modern Brood War. Is Zerg on 3 base, Protoss on 2, Protoss teching, Zerg droning. Oh, a little bit of miscontrol there.
And Jaedong Zerglings never, ever, ever, ever dying. Like, I really do wonder how long it's going to take for him to lose these, because you don't make Dragoons, so he's not going to have range units, which means that Jaedong has, now he has speed, so it's like, now not only are they going to stay alive, but probes are going to start dying.
Yeah, this is really annoying here for Protoss. Any Protoss who's ever played Brood War has experienced this moment where the Lings are in there, they're starting to go for probes. Look at this, taking
he's trying to catch him. That was kind of a sloppy try on that catch. He was never going to catch
an attempted drill there. So you can take all your probes, right-click on a mineral patch or a gas geyser, and they will move through anything. Then you hit attack move, and sometimes you can get a surround or force the units to shuffle around until they can get proper footing. He takes out another probe here.
This is getting out of control, actually. The fact that he's getting multiple kills and has 100% intel on what's going on, like, the amount of frustration that Stork must be feeling right now. He's like, I guess Jaedong's right. I got to go practice more.
Well, it's funny, too, because the way these games are looking, it looks like players in completely different skill sets, you know?
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, you know, basically we're looking at like the third or somewhere between the second and the fourth best player of all time. And like Jaedong is just wrecking Stork so hard, it's crazy to me.
Yeah, you can really tell that Jaedong is like really into winning this season. He's been talking about that a lot, like he just wants to be able to take out Flash. I can't believe how many probes that he ended up getting. He got like 4 or 5 probes.
I think he got 5 there.
Yeah, and not only 5, but he sees the tech tree so completely. He even saw the timing of the Citadel, so like, he knows everything in the whole world right now.
Look at this. The Spore is going to get done exactly when the Corsair gets here.
Yeah.
This Corsair is not going to be able to do any more damage. You can see Jaedong's not sure what might be coming at him. He makes a second cannon here, which is not really necessary to have, but he's been in the dark here, and he's already been punished in Game 2. And this is going to be a 5-hatch Hydra build. This is what we call a Sauron Zerg.
He's actually on 6 hatches.
Oh, where's the 6th one?
He has 2 at the third base and 1 in front of the natural.
No, you're totally right.
6 hatch. You know, he had so much intel and did enough damage that he can actually get like a really solid amount of drones here.
So we might not see a layer anyways. You normally don't get a layer right away with this. We'll see, though. Jaedong might be smooth enough in this. He can actually squeeze out one.
One thing I do want to mention is that I really do like...
Oh, there's a layer making.
I do like the fact that Stork is skipping more Corsairs for the time being. He's gone into a little bit quicker Templar Archives, so he can do things like get Storm quicker. He's obviously getting legs. Did the +1 finish? I think it did.
It should have, or it will finish the moment that he starts to clash with the army of Jaedong. And he's coming out now. Whoa, bad rally, bad rally. Some of those taking a beating.
A lot of Zerglings, though. I don't think he can take on those Zealots.
Well, he doesn't have +1 yet.
Wall.
He does not have +1 here.
You're right about that. That is actually a big deal. Jaedong engaging right before that +1 finishes, and it doesn't look like we'll even see it finish during this battle. Oh, man. If he has
There's
+1,
still no
he wins
+1.
that.
Where's +1?
Oh, this is a heartbreaker.
How is that thing still spinning? Oh my God!
So that's what we call an anti-timing right there. Like if he had +1,
he would have killed that
Shreks
so
those
hard.
Lings,
yeah,
and like he's suddenly in a good spot. But instead, he just lost all these Zealots he's been making all game long. That's
like the big reset button there for Protoss. The Zealots in this build specifically are so important.
Yeah,
because they allow you to bully the Zerg off the map. You take your third, you can continue to tech up. It's supposed to put Zerg on the back foot. And by the way, even if he had lost those Lings, there's +1. How unfortunate.
Yeah.
Even if he had lost those Lings, Zerg might still have been able to hold it because he's powering so hard. But that's about as bad as it gets.
Yeah, no, that like basically opened up this game for Jaedong so completely. Now he's fully producing off of 6 hatches, attacking units. And there's a couple DTs out which aren't going to do really anything because there's spores at every single base. So, like, those Zealots were just so important. If he had those finish and had Psystorm behind it, maybe he can do something against this army. But now, even with the +1 attack done, +1 carapace just finished, which means we're back to 3 hitting Lings.
Yeah.
Like, damn. Everything good for Jaedong, everything bad for Stork right now is kind of the way to sum up this game.
You know, that anti-timing there, that was pretty shocking. I mean, most of the series has been sick, but that was actually a pretty disappointing play there for Stork. I mean, you can't lose those important units that you're making the whole time.
Okay, I like this.
Cool, Dark Archon.
Yeah, this is really cool because those 2 DTs were never, ever going to do anything.
Yeah.
But there is some cool stuff that you can actually end up doing with this. You get a Maelstrom down. It doesn't last very long, but Maelstrom plus Psystorm is hilarious. Whatever you want to kill is dead.
I think Zerg might be going for mutas, so if he can actually catch the mutas. Zerg like to go Hydra Muta at this point in time in the game, especially when they've gimped Protoss. Well, I guess Protoss almost gimped himself by doing that crappy timing.
Yeah. He can't do anything with these Zealots right now. The best he can do is hope to keep Jaedong a little bit busy. But, dude, like... Look at Jaedong's macro. Look at the mini-map and the amount of red. That is a lot of red. Okay, there are not creep tumors in StarCraft 1. This is a crazy amount of red on this mini-map. He has full vision of almost everything. He is macroing like such a beast. He has his 4th base up. He has 3 evolution chambers.
Yeah. He's gonna eventually get to 3-3-3 here. He's also gonna be teching up to the Hive. Now Protoss is forced into powering on just 2 bases here. Now he has a lot of storms. He could get some really good storms off. Maybe win a fight. Maybe push a location. But that's a tall order, man. Now he's beelining these Zealots down here to try to intercept the hatchery at the bottom right. I don't know if that's worth it, though.
He can't really do anything.
Even if he gets
right
the
now.
hatch, he loses all the Zealots, and it's like, okay, well, now try to take a 3rd base, man.
You're very right. Like, he cannot lose these Zealots. Oh, God, but he's going to.
All right. The Lings have come in here for a surround. Now, the Zealots should be able to carve their way through here, but Hydras are coming in here from behind.
Yeah, the Hydras were a little bit late there, so this was actually pretty good for him.
He's trying to see if he can't take out just a few of these. Nice blocking.
Jaedong just wants to trade anything he can. Now this, all the Psystorm going to come out here, the Red Archon as well with that Maelstrom. So, you know, maybe he just gets some magnificent spells off and is able to secure his 3rd base. But we saw the Queen's Nest going up, so Hive is going to be on the way as well.
He's pushing out now. A lot of gateways here. Protoss can't even really take a 3rd just yet. He might try to, but really he has to almost brute force his way across the map. Now that's 7 Templars, 6 Templars, I believe.
That's a lot of Psystorm.
That's a lot.
Okay, a big flank coming in right now by Jaedong. Well, it's not really that big of a flank, to be honest. This top army can be just destroyed because a lot of Jaedong's army is outside of his natural, so
yeah,
that's actually a really big deal right now.
Okay, he's in not a bad position. He is going to try to expand to the left here to keep the pressure on, driving these Overlords back.
Now look at this army movement of Jaedong. He is skirting like back and forth, staying very close to the army. He will strike when he feels that it's appropriate. But look, as soon as Stork moves to the left, Jaedong brings his top army down a little bit. He's trying to pick off the fringes.
Yeah, he's trying to take out Templars on the edges here. You got to remember, you can only fit so much of the game on your screen. So if you can just get in an angle where they're not, then you're going to take them out.
Yeah. Stork continuing to move around, seeing where he can get an actual good engagement. These army movements, like, just watch the mini-map, guys. This is so beautiful what we're watching. Don't forget, only 12 units go on a hotkey, so moving these armies like this is incredibly hard.
That was pretty good back there. He took out basically the remaining Hydras in the back. A snipe coming here on the side. And the Dark Archon is dodging.
Yeah, some of the front of his army getting eaten up by these Hydra Ling. He's got to pull back a little bit and get his whole army together. Coming up against that Dark Archon once again. Dark Archon still kept alive.
Stork is still pushing here. The Zealot count is a little bit low here for the number of Lings that are coming out.
Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid for him right now. He is making an Archon, which will help out a lot.
Bad.
Uses a Maelstrom.
That wasn't the best usage of Maelstrom. Jaedong still going for really good storms. Really good storms. Yeah. But I think Jaedong might just have too much here.
Another Maelstrom goes down on some of these Hydras, but Stork's army is getting smaller and smaller. Another wave is rallying down right now, but Jaedong is sitting here on 7 hatcheries, and we are so close to his base, his units are coming out very quickly.
Problem is that just due to that Zealot attack at the start of the game that he lost all that to, he didn't quite have the muscle. Jaedong was able to really build up a lot here on the map. More Zealots streaming in here. Stork is trying to keep the pressure on. He also neglected getting that 3rd base.
Yeah, a few Zealots really fighting a good fight right now. This Dark Archon kind of out in the middle of everything. His 2 Maelstorms not quite enough. And
GG! Wow, that is crazy. Okay, 3-0. Right. Jaedong rushing through. He will be facing off against Flash.
Sick nerd chills right now. He is looking fantastic. I think Stork is right. This ZvP, unrivaled. This is fantastic play that we've seen here tonight from Jaedong. Complete understanding, unbelievable macro, outclassing Stork, one of the greatest of all time.